Hello, 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 brothers and sisters. Come on in, come on in. Your brother Tony is in the house. Come on in so you can get some of this good content tonight. I'm looking forward to talking to you all tonight. If you have anything you would like to say, go ahead and say it at the bottom. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I hope that you all had a good weekend because your brother Tony sure had a good weekend. Don't sit in the back. Come close to the front. We got plenty of chairs up in the front so you can get into this good content with me tonight. We're going to give a few people an opportunity to come in. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? We're getting ready to get into it. Come on in. Come on in. I hope that you enjoy the music by my brother Genesis. He be kicking us off every night. When we come on out, the showtime basically now, my new showtime, my brothers and sisters, is going to be Monday through Thursday. Again, it's going to be Monday through Thursday, around about 7 p.m. until, again, my new time going to be Monday through Thursday from 7 until whenever. So come on in, come on in, come on in. We're looking forward to talking tonight. My brothers and my sisters, come on in. I'm feeling good. And I hope that you all are feeling good too. Got a few more seconds and then we're going to jump into tonight's content. Going to be a good show tonight. How you doing, Sister Murray? How you doing? How you doing, sister? How you doing? Come on in, brothers. Come on in, sisters. Well, we're here at the beginning of a new week. If this is your first time watching this broadcast, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. When I talk about relationships, my brother and sister, I talk about a relationship between that of a man and a woman that is looking to be in a serious, committed, and covenant relationship from a biblical standpoint. When I say biblical, I talk strictly about the relationship based between a man and a woman. From a biblical standpoint, God created Adam. He created Eve. He brought Eve to Adam. And at that point, Adam said before God, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I should call a woman because she came from man. That's the type of relationship I talk about, my brothers and sisters. If you have any other type of relationship that you are into, you have what is called a free will. You can do whatever you choose to do. But if you're looking at this particular broadcast, I'm letting you know straight up that I talk basically about men and women relationship. But you're free to watch this particular broadcast, and we're about to get into it tonight. Now, my brother and sister, tonight's topic is relationships. How long are you going to be a spare tire? That's right. How long are you going to be a spare tire? My brothers and sisters, do you all know what a spare tire is? Because we are going to talk about it tonight. Yes, we are. We are going to talk about the spare tire tonight. Now, my brothers and sisters, I have a question for you. As a matter of fact, I have two questions for you. The first question, my brother and sister, if you're watching me, more than likely you're watching me because you're looking at me right now. But at this particular moment, my brother and sister, my question to you is, number one, are you a spare tire? Look in the mirror, my brother and sister, are you a spare tire? And the main question out of the two is, if you are a spare tire, how long are you planning on being a spare tire? Or to say it differently, a spare tire like a donut. You know, that's what it is. A spare tire is like a donut. Now, when it comes to a relationship spare tire, my brothers and sisters, basically, I mean this. When it comes to a spare tire, these type of people, my brother and sister, when you're dealing with someone that wants you to be a spare tire, these type of people, they want to deal with you on their terms. That's what they want. They want you to deal with them on their terms. And they only want to deal with you, my brother and sister, when you are needed. They're not looking When it comes to your needs or your wants, they're not going to hardly be around. They're not hardly going to be available. But they only want you when they need you or they want something from you. They would treat you like a spare tire, or to say it differently, they look at you as a spare tire, my brother and sister. You are not the plan A. You are the plan B. So I hope that none of you brothers and sisters are in denial that you might be a spare tire, but you will know that you're a spare tire because you're going to know it and you're going to feel it. You, my brother and sister, you are that person's plan B. That's right, Sister Murray. You are considered a rebound. Thank you, sister. Which more than likely mean that you come into the picture at the last moment. You are the last option, my brother and sister, when you are considered a spare tire. You are not the first choice. Let's get that out of the way. You are not the first choice. So my brother and sister, tonight, let's get this over with. If you think or feel that you're the spare tire, you will know it. If you're not placing yourself in a state of denial, you will know it. Now, at this particular time, my brother and sister, I'm about to expound some things to you. I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to expound, open you up to some things. As a matter of fact, there are 9 signs. There are 9 signs, and I got these 9 signs from this article called Love Bombing. This is where we're going to make these 9 points, and then I got a list something to talk about after I make these 9 points. But these 9 points, my brother and sister, what I got from Love Bombing, these are red flags when it comes to how long are you going to be the spare tire. And I hope that none of you brothers or none of you sisters, as of tonight, how you doing, Sister Flo Hard Martin? As of tonight, my brother and sister, you have to make a decision. Only you can make the decision. Because what do I mean by that? Some of you brothers and sisters, you go talk to your family, you go talk to your friends about a certain person that you're into, and you wondering why that person will not do right. You might tell your family and friend that I do everything for this person, but he or she does not want to acknowledge me. The reason why they don't want to acknowledge you, you're the spare tire. But they're not going to tell you that you're the spare tire. How you doing, Sister Sherry E. Smith? They're not going to tell you that you're the spare tire. But you're going to know it and you're going to feel it. The point is, my brother and sister, when you go talk to other people about how good you are to this person and how good you are, treat that person and how all you do different things for that person, but that person really don't put no effort into it. And I'm talking basically to you single brothers, sisters. Now, married people, you could be a spare tire too. But we basically talking, my brother and sister, if you're single and you're dealing with someone, you are going to be either plan A or you're going to be plan B. So we're about to get into it. Now, like I say, this particular topic, I got 9 points to make, and I got these 9 points from Love Bombing, and these are red flags. Number 1. You will feel used. How you doing, mother? You will feel used, and you will feel taken for granted. This is one thing that you would know, my brother and sister, if you are the spare tire. You're going to feel it. And you're going to feel that you're taken for granted. And if you have ever felt used, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You are plan B. Because you see, if you did not think or feel that you're used, you know that you will be on top of that person priority list, okay? But if you feel used or you think that you're being used, you are that person's spare tire. But he or she is not going to call you a spare tire, not in your face anyway. They might tell other people, or you're going to feel it and know it. Number 2. When you are around that person, they may flirt with you to the moon and back. They'll even add some serious moves towards you. But that's about it. They will flirt with you. They will give you the feeling, or they'll have you thinking that they really got some interest in you, but something on the inside of you will tell you it's something funny about this, because it just don't seem right. Why is this person flirting with me and trying to get me to think or feel that he or she into me, but I can really tell that that person not really into me. That's how some people do, my brother and sister. If you're a spare tire, you just somebody that they trying to pass time along with. So they'll do all that flirting stuff. Their main reason is they trying to get you attached to them. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to get you attached to them. Number 3, which is very important, my brother and sister, when a person look at you as you are a spare tire. Timing is always seen to be wrong. Timing is always seen to be wrong. What do I mean by this? Now listen to this, my brothers and sisters. Listen very carefully. If that person, I ain't gonna say no if, that person's gonna try to put you on a schedule. What do I mean by that? When you want to be with that person, remember I said timing always seems to be wrong. That person is going to attempt to put you on a schedule. What do I mean by that? Like, for example, if you want to see that person, if you want to go out with that person, this is what I mean by a schedule, and you have to listen very carefully. That person will tell you something like, let's say for example, it's coming up on the weekend. Like, for example, I'm talking to you right now, Monday, right? You want to do something on Friday with that person. You express to that person, hey, let's do something. Let's make plans to do something. And that person tell you something like this: I don't know right now. Let me get back with you. I think I got something to do, but I got to check my schedule, or I got to get with the person to see that. My brother and sister, when somebody tries to put you on a schedule or have you to wait, they're letting you know that you are the spare tire. I'm going to say that again. When that person attempts to put you on a schedule, you got to listen to some key words. Let me get back with you. Another thing, I'll let you know. He or she might say, I'll let you know later on, or I'll let you know the next day or in a few days. Your option, you the spare tire. That person is trying to see if plan A is legit. Because you the fallback plan, because he or she knows that you have already put in a request, but your request is not taking that serious. He or she trying to find out if plan A is going to work out. So like I say, for example, again, tonight is Monday. You want to do something Friday, and you done put in your early request, and that person got you on a schedule. Let me tell you about that. When a person try to put you on a schedule, my brother and sister, this is what you need to do. And you going to do it starting tonight. Excuse me. You're going to start doing it tonight. So you're going to have to get out your feelings for this person. If a person put you on a schedule, my brother and sister, this is what you need to do. Let them think that you agree with them. Let them think that you agree with them. Because they think that most of the time these people want you to run after them anyway. Most of the time these people are narcissists. And they trying to control everything. They're somewhat controlling too. And you could tell that by their personality. But in the time a person want to put you on schedule, let them believe that you're down with it, okay? And while you're letting them think that they're down, that you're down with them, you go ahead and make other plans. Do not ever wait around, my brother and sister, for a person to get back with you. Like that man and woman, the president of the United States, where they got to get with a schedule and have their big summit meeting with you. No. You, my brother, and you, my sister, don't never, ever, like Andre 2000 say from Outkast, don't ever let nobody put you on no schedule. Your time is just as important as that person's time. Because let me tell you what more than likely happen. If you allow that person to put you on the schedule, they're going to wait till the last minute. And then he or she may call you. He or she may text you. Or worse than that, they may ghost you and won't even contact you. So I'm going to tell you right now, starting tonight, if a person got to get back with you and you to gain an adequate time, because more than likely, like right now, Monday, you somewhat know whether or not you got some scheduled down the road. That's not saying that you're going to make it to Friday, because we don't know what God's going to do. But you can have some projection. You can still plan. So don't ever let that person put you on hold or on the schedule. You go ahead and make plans, my brother and sister. Bump them. Go ahead and make plans. Never wait for them to contact you. Go ahead and make plans. It's just like this. Like I said, like if it's a date, if they put you on the schedule, go ahead, let them believe that you're going to wait. Go ahead and make plans. Don't wait for him or her to get back with you, like I said. And another thing, if you want, let me tell you another thing some of your brothers and sisters may have experienced. If you want to get in a relationship with this person, let's say, for example, you meet this person and you want to get into a relationship with that man or woman, right? Now, you have put all your cards on the table and you let that man and woman know that you're interested in them. But that man and woman, they seem like they don't want to invest that much time in you or whatever, right? So they give you every now and then time, right? Every now and then they talk with you. Every now and then they get with you. But it's just not enough for you. You ready to really invest in a relationship, but he or she is holding back. He or she won't even tell you whether or not they're in another relationship or not, but something taking that man and woman's time. And more than likely, it's someone else. Not saying that at all, but more than likely, it's someone else. Now, and this is what you need to look out for, my brother and sister. This is what's going to happen. You're going to get tired of it eventually. Hopefully, it don't go into years. But you're going to get tired of it. And nobody can tell you when your time going to get tired. But you have to wake up, because, my brother and sister, you got to realize you're a spare tire, because you're the type of person that he or she reach out to on his or her terms. So you are the spare tire. Those of you that are coming in tonight's topic is relationship. How long are you going to be the spare tire? Now, if you're trying to get into a relationship with your brother or sister, my brother or sister, what you need to do, if he or she is not going to invest in a relationship, go ahead, because you have a plan B too. Go ahead with your plan B, especially if you're single. Do not hold your time waiting for someone that's not invested. Because let me tell you something, my brother and sister. If a man or woman really wants to be with you, he or she will make time for you. A person always make time for who and what is important to him or her. Always remember that. If you are important, that person will make time for you. That person is not going to put you on the schedule. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. If you were doing all the calling, if you were doing all the texting, if you were doing all the planning, and then all of a sudden you start pulling your time and effort back, eventually he or she going to notice, because he or she is accustomed to you doing all the reaching out. He or she going to notice this. So what you do, this is what's going to happen. Once you get into another relationship with a person, and God forbid, if you get married, how you doing? How you doing, Brother Nay? By the way, my brother and sister, Brother Nay is here. And I give Brother Nay a shout out. Him and Cherie, they got a show called The Faith Room. You all need to look at it. It's Monday through Friday. It's The Faith Room. Faith, Faith Room. And look at it. It's a real live good show. It's a real good show. I'm telling you, it's Monday through Friday. Now, if you don't mind, put the time up there. And if you don't mind, put the East Coast time, the West Coast time, and Central time so they can know. But my brother and sister, tune in to Nay in Cherie is called the Faith Room, Monday through Friday. But and those of you that are in tonight, again, tonight's topic is relationship. How long are you going to be a spare tire? When you get married, my brother and sister, there go you, brother and sister. It's 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. So if you're in the East, you know you got to tune in around about 10:30, okay? And then the Central Time is like 11:30. So you're going towards the Pacific Coast. From East Coast, you see, he got the time down there, my brother and sister. It's the Faith Room. Check it out. Starting tomorrow, you all check it out. Give it a thumbs up. But back to my topic, my brothers and sisters. Especially if you're going to get married. If you get married, that person going to notice that you ain't been contacting him or her in a long period of time, right? So when they finally find out that you have moved on with your life and you have gotten into a relationship with someone else, guess what they're going to do? More than likely, they're going to do one of these three things. They're going to get pissed off. They're going to get pissed off because you went into a relationship. Mm-hmm. What sense does it make, my brother and sister, for someone to get pissed off at you because you go on with your life? That person is a narcissist because that person thought that you will always be there. And you're not getting them back, but he or she thought you was going to always be there, but you went on with your life, right? So that man or woman get pissed off at you. And when they get pissed off at you, you better believe they're going to start talking about you. Because all your yeses turn to no's. You don't have no more time for them because you're in a relationship. Preferably you have gotten married. Because you with a person that really made time for you. That man or woman did not make time for you. But now a person made time for you, and now that person have discovered what it means you don't miss the water until the well runs dry. So after that person can get pissed off at you, or they may feel a certain type of way. They may feel funny because they thought that you will always be there, but you moved on. And so they're going to feel funny. They're going to feel like they missed out on something, which they did. They missed out on you, brother, and they missed out on your sister. And then they will notice that you're happy with your relationship. And this is what's going to happen to my brother and sister. When you move on to a better relationship, more than likely, a lot of times they try to reach out to you. Some of you have probably been in a position before. You're in a relationship right now, and someone from your past try to reach out for you. If not, they're going to keep up with you. They're going to know, brother, that you was a good man. They're going to know, sister, that you was a good woman, but you're gone. Don't go back. Do not backtrack, because if you backtrack, that man or woman going to do you the same way, and they're going to put you inside the trunk and take you out only when needed. You a spare tire. And not only that, my brother and sister, if you move on with your life, and when that person had you as a spare tire, he or she may start hating you. You call it hating. They will notice that you with another man, sister. They will know that you with another woman or brother. And they will start hating you. They will hate you what appear to be no reason. They can't stand you now. They can't stand you because you went on with your life. Number 4, that man or woman, they communicated with you periodically. They normally used to contact you basically through texting, maybe through emails. They rarely talk to you on the phone. They rarely see you. They see you every now and then. So it's sporadic. They would talk to you here and there. They don't have no consistency. Because you were doing everything. So they were banking on you to carry on the so-called relationship when it really wasn't a relationship. So they contact you very rarely. They be very inconsistent. Because when you are in a relationship with someone, my brother and sister, they're going to be pattern and behavior. They're going to be consistent pattern, or they're going to be inconsistent pattern. When this person show you inconsistent pattern, if a person really interested in you and that person is not locked up or in the military or anything like that, that person could get in contact with you. Because as you know, my brother and sister, a man and a woman normally have a cell phone. If he or she ring you, I always say this, look at how quickly they respond to their telephone when he or she be ringing you. If a man and woman be ringing you and they respond to a call real quick, keep note of that. If he or she respond to a text real quick, keep note of that. And wonder why he or she cannot respond to you that quickly. And to top it off, if you call that person, he or she will call you with that flaky stuff saying, did you call me? He or she seen your number. Did you text me? He or she read your message. But they're inconsistent. They don't take you for granted. You are a spare tire, my brother and sister. They will even do this. Number 5, they joke around with the possibility of being together with you. They joke around with it. They want to be a puppet and they got you on the string. They want to give you false hopes. That's all they're doing. They want to give you false hope. They'll say that they can't be with you every now and then. There's something that's holding them back. But they can't tell you everything that's going on. But it's something that's holding them back. Keep on moving. Number 6, they want to be with you on their terms. You understand that? They want to be with you on their terms. Not your terms, their terms. Everything is on their time and their agenda. They will not budge for you. You got to do what he or she say. You got to agree to their terms. There are no compromising. These type of individuals, they are not compromising. You know why? Because you're not that important to them. Number 7, they date freely and get into other relationships. But worst of all, they'll call you when they fight with their significant other. Now, these type of people, they could be in a relationship with somebody else, right? And the only time they contact you is when they're having problems in their other relationship. If they're not having problems in their other relationship, whether you know they're in a relationship or not, we talk about single now, these people, they don't hardly contact you until something, unless there's a little storm going on in the relationship. Now, when it's sunny in their other relationship, they ain't gonna hardly call you. They're not gonna hardly text you or nothing like that. And we talk about single people. Let's say, for example, my brother and sister, you and that person make plans to be together, right? They will cancel at the last second if that other person, their plan A, make time for them. Because most of the people that you're interested in, my brother and sister, that got you at a spare time, majority of the time, they running after someone. And even if that man and woman make plans with you, he or she will drop you like a dime. You could have paid, let's say, for example, my brother and sister, you planning on going on a trip with that person. Let's say, hopefully you didn't do it. You spent all your money. You got the plane tickets and everything. You got the cruise. I mean, you plan the cruise and everything. But that person will wait till the last minute and say, I can't go. Worse than that, he or she will not call you or nothing like that. And you showing up at the airport or whatever by yourself. That's how some of these individuals are when they consider you as a spare tire. Number 8, they maintain a subtle relationship with you without having to invest in the relationship. Your relationship often borders on friendship and relationship, keeping you guessing every second. As for you, your status remain unchanged. What does that mean? It means that you are basically in the friend zone. That's what it basically means. You are in what is called the friend zone. Once a man put you in the friend zone, sister, you ain't no hardly graduate. You understand that? Sister, let me tell you again, sister, once a man put you in the friend zone, you're not going to hardly graduate. Brother, when a woman put you in the friend zone, you definitely are not going to get no promotion once you get in the friend zone, because that's all they see you at. They really don't have no type of attraction for you. If they have any type of attraction for you, it's mediocre. That man and woman don't see you as being attracted to them. How you doing, Sister Connie? You understand? They're not that attracted to you. Even though you might, if they go by the physical appearance, you might look nice and everything, but for that person, you just borderline with them. You just don't have that fire for them. I mean, they just don't have that fire for you. So they will put you in the friend zone. And if that man won't put you in the friend zone, you're not going to hardly come out of it. You could keep working, you could keep working, you could keep working. But if a man won't put you in the friend zone, sister, brother, you're going to be in the friend zone. And they're going to keep coming back to you when they're having problems in their relationship or things are not going that way, especially when they get bored. When they get bored, they'll call you and say something like, what's up? What you doing tonight? They just trying to fill their time, my brother and sister. And you get your hopes all up high because you think, here she finally seen who I am. They haven't finally seen what you are to them. He or she is just bored. And they know that you would jump just like that. If he or she calls you or texts you, they know it. You are a spare tire. And this is another thing, number 9. They'll come to you for dating advice. You're interested in the person, but they want to come to you for dating advice. They point blank letting you know that they're talking to someone else. Or they'll run a scenario by you, like they're talking third person. This person. You know, I know this person, what you think about it, but he or she they're talking about themselves. Or they'll say something jacked up like, I'm just asking for a friend. But that friend is that man or woman that's talking to you. They will ask you for relationship advice. And then, if you start asking for relationship advice, you know what they'll do? They'll start getting jealous and possessive of you. Because they want you to be there at their beck and calling. You got to understand that, my brother and sister. That's how some people are when they look at you as a spare tire. Now, let's say that you are this little tire, my brother and sister. Let's say that you are this little tire that is kept in the trunk in the back of the car. When you are a spare tire, my brother and sister, guess what? You are in the background. You are covered up. And the only time a spare tire is used on a car is when one of the main tires go down. That's when he or she going to pull you out and put you on. And you going to look funny. You're going to look funny to him or her. Because let's be practical, my brother and sister. Let's be realistic. When you put a donut on your car, you know you don't want to really have no donut on your car. It don't look right. It doesn't look right. A donut is for X amount of miles. And that's what you are, my brother and sister. You are in that person's life for X amount of miles of time. Most of the time when a person put a spare tire on the car or a donut is when when something wrong with the main tire. The main relationship. That's when you come in. They pull you out and put you on. And once the old tire is taken, let me tell you something, my brother and sister. A good tire can have a small hole in it. What do I mean by a good tire can have a small hole in it? I'm talking about that man and woman could be in a relationship. And that man and woman have a small problem in the relationship, okay? Which means that there's some damage going on. Like, it could be even a breakup. Now, let's use the illustration of a tire that got a hole in it, right? You are the replacement temporarily until that donut, you are pulled off for a new car to come in. A new tire to come in. What do I mean by a new tire? A new relationship. He or she is entertaining another person or people, and you are just that spare. And then when that man and woman get into another, when they get their tire fixed, plugged in, or they go into another relationship, he or she gonna take you off the car and put you back in the trunk until you need it again. Because you are the spare tire. Once that old tire is taken off, my brother and sister, and fixed or whatever, that's how you are. And my brother and sister, like I said tonight, if you are a spare tire, pull yourself out of it. You're not a spare tire. You better than that. You supposed to be the main tire in that relationship. Now, it is better to be the original tire because you got good thread. You got good thread. You could last for a long time, my brother and sister. You are the original tire. You are not the spare tire. You, my brother and sister, if you are not the main tire on the car, you are the spare tire or the donut. And we don't want you to be the spare tire or the donut. Don't ever let no man or woman put you in that position. If a man or woman put you in that position, he or she really doesn't put you in that position. You put yourself in that position because you accept that person term as far as the relationship goes. When some people ride around on a donut, they're going to ride around on that donut until they pull up on a sale. A good sale. What do I mean by a good sale? When they see a good sale on tires, they're going to pull you off. What do I mean by that? Right now, my brother and sister, you're coasting in a relationship with a man and woman. He or she really doesn't want you. When he or she see what deems to be better than you, they're going to pull you off and put you back. They're going to cover you up and forget about you and shut the trunk. That's what it's like to be a spare tire. My brothers and sisters, I'm telling you tonight, you do not have to put yourself in that position. If you can't be the original, if that person cannot have you as plan A, don't ever accept being plan B. The minute you accept being plan B, that's where you're going to be at. You're going to be plan B for years. That person going to know what to say and what to do to get you back into his or her life. You, and it gets so bad sometimes, brother and sister, you could be in a relationship with someone else, and this old joker or this old girl that come and contact you, and you willing to sacrifice and mess up that relationship that you have gotten in. Because you have not accepted that that person was using you. That's all he or she was doing. He or she was using you. And if you will be a fool, if you put that other relationship that you have gotten in and everything going okay, and it appears like out of the blue, that person is getting in contact with you. You the emergency. That's when you put a spare tire on a car when it's an emergency. There's a hole in the original tire, or there's some damage and you just a plug-in until the new tie or the new person come in. Don't ever put yourself in that position, my brother and sister. Because once you put yourself in that position as the spare tie, and you go tell people, you're not going to call yourself a spare tie. Other people are going to think that about you. You're going to go and cry and weep and try to get counsel and stuff with other people. They're going to try to tell you things. But the only thing what's going to happen, how you doing, Sister Twyla? When you tell people things, my brother and sister, about the relationship of this person that you're really into, they're going to try to counsel you. They could be your family and friend. But if you the person, you got to be tired of being that spare tie. It got to be, you're going to have to make that call. Oh, how long you want to be the spare tie? How long you want to be kept in the trunk? Until necessary. You don't have to do that. I'm going to tell you this, my brother and sister. When I was dating, before I met Cinderella, when I was dating, and I could tell you, when I sensed that a woman tried to use me as a spare tie, I let a woman know. This is how I let her know. A woman try to put me on the schedule, right? Okay, if I call a woman and I try to, and I ask for, see what you're doing, right? And if she want to put me on the schedule, this is what I did. This is exactly what your brother Tony did. I said, okay, that's cool. But when she hung up the phone or whatever, guess what your brother Tony did? Your brother Tony went into action and he playing something else. That's what I did. Whenever a woman tried to pull the schedule out on me, or whenever a woman thought I was a donut, I let them think that I was a spare tie. I let them think that I was that donut. But when it came time, I was gone. Let me give you an example of a spare tie. I was in college. And I think I have told you all this before. So those of you that have heard this, just bear with me for a moment. Let me tell you about an example of a spare tie. I was in college. And I was at this particular club. And it was packed. It was packed, my brothers and sisters. So there was this table, and there were like these 5 damsels that were sitting at the table. You have these 5 damsels, okay? I didn't say they was in distress. I just said these 5 damsels, right? So that was this particular song came on, right? So I went to the particular table, and I asked this certain damsel. I said, "Do you want to dance?" She looked at me and she said, not right now. But you know what? She was doing all this with her shoulder and stuff, meaning that she was feeling the music, right? And her other girl, they were doing the same thing too. So she was like feeling the music, right? So I said, "Do you want to dance?" And she said, "No, not right now. Can I get a rain check?" And I said, "Okay, you got your rain check." So I walked back, and that seemed like a long walk, my brother and sister, called. I walked from where I was at with my Tequila Sunrise. That's what I used to drink during that time when I was in college every now and then. That Tequila Sunrise, and I had this white shirt on, and I had these white pants on. I had my Miami Vice stuff on during that time. That's when Miami Vice was hot. I had my Dawn Johnson outfit on. So I went down, and then she told me, "Give me a rain check." So I took that long walk back where I was standing at, right? So I was standing there, and then the particular song, I think it was, you all remember that song by, was it Burn Rubber on Me by the Gap Band, or was Prince Head? Let me see which one it was. I think it was Head. You all remember? No? Or was it Gap Band Burn Rubber? It was one of them. But so the song came on, and the DJ played that intro for a long time. When the DJ played that intro, they try to get a lot of people on the floor, right? They're trying to get a lot of people on the floor. So at this particular table where this young lady was at, Some guys came up and they asked these different women at her table to dance, and her friends jumped up and went on the dance floor, right? So she was the only one sitting at the table. She was the only one sitting at the table, so she started looking around. Nobody wanted to ask her to dance, but she was moving her shoulder like this, right? So she looked up there, and she looked at me, right? And I was just standing there. I was like this. You know, I had one eyebrow up. I was just chilling. So she got up from that table, my brother. So she got up from that table, and she came up there where I was at, right? And she said, I wanna cash my rain check in. And she thought I was a donut, right? She wanted she wanted something, right? So this is what I did. I say, give me a rain check. And she had to take that long walk back to the table. I know if it seemed a little dirty to you, but I was a college. I couldn't let that woman think that she could come to me when she got ready. No, brother, sister, I couldn't let her think that. That was the old Tony. The old Tony was rough, my brother and sister. But anyway, don't be a spare tire. And with that said, my brothers and sisters, I hope that you all have a good night. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you all got something out of this context, this content tonight. Relationship. How long are you going to be a spare tire? You're not going to be a spare tire, my brother and sister. Don't ever be a spare tire. You don't let that person operate on their terms. You're not a plan B, and you're not the last moment. You got to be the first choice. Peace out.